Don't let them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gon' have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping. To the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Woo, Darlene, I made it. Good to see you, Darlene. How's your day been? Been pretty good. I've been busy adulting, taking care of housework, and then me and Sky went on an adventure today. And I'll tell you about that a little later. But other than that, and then I got home and jumped in the shower, and I didn't know it was that late. How's your day been? How have you been? It hit either 72 or 73 today, so you know me. We had to bust bust out of the house. But we left, me and Sky. Oh, how's he doing? Kim went to church tonight. She'll be on in a little bit. Did you hear about Baron Donalds? He finally stated that he's running for governor for California. I like him. I think he would be good. That's my opinion because I think DeSantis, he wants his wife to run, is what I heard. But I also heard he was going to run for president in 4 years. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't governor 8 years in office? So if she did that, then they would be separated. She would be in Florida and he would be in DC if he won. So I don't see how that's going to work. And then maybe she just might not. It's just a rumor I heard. And so far, Baron Donalds is the only one that's got his name in as running, they said. And I think he would be good for California. I mean, not California, shoot. Forgive me, Florida. For Florida, Darlene, I'm going to have to write my name down for that mistake. Let me write my name down. For calling Florida, California. Okay, it's down. Hey, Diane, good to see you. Diane, I just done a big uh-oh. I called Florida, California. I had to take my name down. And then I heard Elon and Trump said that 1 million federal employees didn't answer their email, that they blowed it off. So they have until midnight tonight, or pretty much they're done. The ones that have to, they got more details on who didn't have to and who had to, so there wouldn't no confusion.
Hey Tina,
Hey, Party Bonza,
how you doing?
doing pretty good, yeah.
God, I'm healthy, but man, I tell you, this tinnitus in my ears, it's driving me crazy today.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Thanks. Appreciate your prayers, everybody. Appreciate it. Hey,
was
darling.
you was you in here when I messed up? I called Florida, California.
No, but it depends on what you're talking about. What were you talking about?
I said that Baron Donalds officially put his name in for running governor for California.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, if it's not your state, you shouldn't feel dumb about that.
I
I get mixed
corrected
up
it though.
with Florida and Ohio because everybody's talking about them both.
Yeah.
And I mixed them up the other night. I think that's when they were talking about Byron
No,
Donalds, and
they
then somebody else was talking about Vivek Ramaswamy, and I got them mixed up. I was like, so Vivek's running for governor of Florida? It's like, no, he's running for Ohio, and Donalds is running for Florida. I don't know.
yeah. He made it official today. He done it with news. Sean Hannity. Ain't that, yeah, that's the one that likes Trump. Is Trump's friend, close to him. He done it on it, and then Sean asked him about DeSantis's wife, that she may be putting her name in there too. And Barron said that as far as he knows, that he's the only one that has officially put his name in for running. But
Yeah,
then, if what we hear about DeSantis maybe trying to campaign and run for president after Trump, then is it a governor? Don't they get 8 years or more in office? Wouldn't they be split up if he did win and went to the White House and she was in Florida?
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That would be kind of hard. And then with little kids too. So I don't know. It's just a rumor that she is. I don't know. She hasn't officially done it yet. So,
Hey
but Baron
guys.
has. Hey, Gator Girl.
Hey, Gator.
Oh,
And then I heard that Elon and Trump said that there was close to 1 million federal employees that didn't answer his email. That he's giving them until midnight tonight to answer, or they was gonna be fired. That he's talked to the ones that was okay not to do it with security risk and things. He already talked to them. But Daddy girl, you missed it. I had to write my name down.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
I called Florida, California.
Oh, jeez. If that's all you did, that isn't even worth writing your name down for. That's not even a big deal. Well,
yes, look
people
how
in
different
Florida,
they are.
people in Florida might not like it.
Well, I had to take care. I took care of myself. I wrote my name down.
Well, at least you wrote it down. So I really need, I really, really need everybody to pray for me. I am having the worst gut pain on the left side. It is killing me. It started this morning and it just progressed to be horrible. I can't sit, I can't stand, I can't lay down. It just hurts. So I'm going to call my doctor tomorrow, and I feel like I got a fever, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, you need to get checked out. Party
Yeah,
Bonds, his tendonitis is acting up too in his ears.
So yeah, so let's pray right now.
Yes, let's.
So, dear Lord, here we're all together here and we're gathered, and we need to pray for Gita girl, and she has problems in her stomach and areas around there. We know how hard that is. I know how hard that is. I had that last about 1.5 years ago, and sometimes it feels like you got to go to the emergency room. So just calm her mind that you are in control, and remember and remind her this and give her peace, and that she will know when and if it's time to go to the emergency room. But meanwhile, just calm her mind and her soul, and if you can, if it's in your will, heal her of this problem, because it's very troubling for her. And so we wish her well, and we wish her to get well. And so if you could please work through your ways, and please help give her comfort this evening. And we pray in this name, in your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Father,
And
we come. Go ahead, Tina.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I pray all the time.
I was just going to say, we pray for Party Bonza that you reach down and touch him and lay your hands up on him and heal him. He's been suffering with this tendonitis for so long, and we want everyone to be healthy. And with his ears, I pray that you touch his ears so he doesn't have any pain in those either. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. Amen.
Yeah, this is rough. I've never had this kind of stuff before. I don't know why it has to start now. And I think it all started from the H. pylori that I had, because I never had anything like this till that happened.
Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Hey, Ricky, good to see you.
Hey, Tracy. Hey, Ricky.
I will say, Tina and Gator, that when I moved my head down just there, and I just felt the first pop I've felt in a week.
Amen. Praise God.
Amen for that.
Yes.
The tinnitus is still there, but that's surprising, man. That's the first time it's popped.
Have you been to the doctor? Did you get any drops or anything for it?
Um, I don't have any money to go to a EMT or
Right, ENT, yeah.
ENT. So I went to a general provider, and he looked at it and he says, "Well, you got a perforated eardrum." He says, "But I don't see any infection." So, but then they gave me those antibiotics. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For a whole week, and you would thought that would have killed an infection if there was there.
Mm.
But what happened is last week I had to go up for that business trip, and my ears seemed like they were healing, but going up and down all those mountain ranges, and then
Yes.
and then back home they really got plugged that trip, and that's when they haven't popped since then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know a friend of mine had tinnitus, and he had it for a long, long time, and it made him dizzy. He couldn't hardly even walk. He got eardrops to put in finally, and it took the eardrops a couple weeks, and it finally went away. And thank God he's never gotten it back. But he couldn't drive a car. He couldn't even come to work because he was so lightheaded, dizzy.
Hey, Diane Colbert, good to see you.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about. He gave me some eardrops, but I looked them up, and it's like they don't do anything.
No.
The thing about your ears is you have an inner ear and an outer ear.
Right.
If there's eardrops, it can't get into the inner ear, so why it wouldn't do any good.
I wouldn't think so. No.
The problem is the inner ear where the eustachian tube is, and it won't drain. That's where the popping comes in, and that's where I've got the problem. I mean, I had the tinnitus is one thing, but having the ears plugged makes it worse because when I can't hear out of it very well, then the ringing sounds a lot louder.
Right.
So, not to go into, it's like you were talking about, I don't want to go into depth about my problems.
Right.
It's just that it goes through my mind so much that I have nothing to do but think about them.
Well, you've had it for so long and nothing's changed.
Yeah, and I've tried.
It irritates you.
I can't deal with anything with my ears. When I was a little kid, I used to get earaches all the time.
Yeah.
And I hate anything going wrong with my ears.
I did
I
when
as
she
well.
was a baby, and they went ahead after she had like 10 ear infections. They went ahead and put tubes in her ears, and she hasn't had any tubes since then.
Yeah,
ear aches.
that's what they did with my son. They took his tonsils out and put tubes in his ears, and he never had another problem from that point on with that issue.
So I did the same thing, but I still have the ear problems. Sinus issues. So.
Yeah, I've got sinus.
Have you ever went in and had your sinuses drained?
No.
Don't do
I don't
it.
know what that is. Really?
Don't do it.
Okay.
I did one time, and I ended up with 2 black eyes, and it was the worst. I felt so bad for weeks. My sinuses were so swollen, and yeah, don't do it. Don't ever, if they tell them no, you don't want to do it.
Okay.
I had a deviated spectrum where when I was playing basketball in elementary, girl hit me in the nose, and it messed up my nose.
Oh, wow.
And they went in there and fixed it. And I mean, I can smell now, but still, I get real bad sinus infections if I go outside. I used to couldn't smell nothing. I couldn't even. My dad, he smoked. I couldn't even smell his cigarettes, smoke
See, my
or
nephew,
nothing. I mean,
my nephew had the nose cleaning. He had polyps in his nose, and he went up. They went in and they took them all out. And to this day, he was like 16 when he had it done, and he is 30 now. He to this day cannot smell anything. I said, that must be horrible. You don't even know if the food you're eating, you don't even know what it tastes like. He said, you're right. I don't know what anything smells like anymore. I don't know what stuff tastes like anymore. So I like everything because I can't taste it.
Yeah.
You don't realize what it's like until you lose one of your senses.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So I'm glad that Jeremy's out. That was awesome that he got out finally. So that's one good thing. I heard there's something going on in DC next weekend, a big
I haven't heard that.
I haven't either. I did hear that the CIA is saying in the NSA chat rooms that if Doge comes after them, after their office, that some of them was going to start leaking information to CNN and to Russia and China about what they know. I heard that on the news coming home.
They can't do that. That's treason.
Yeah, that's what the who was it? That's what Mike Johnson said, and said that if they did that, then they'll end up in prison or worse. But they're going around saying it, because then when I got home, I looked up the clips on Fox, and there it was on Fox. They was reporting on it too.
Ugh.
I was like, man, they're so crazy. They ain't fun. Um, Tulsi, Tulsi was on Fox talking about it. She was the one, because I wrote her name down so I wouldn't forget it. She was the one who was talking about it on Fox, but coming home on the radio, it was Mike
No.
Johnson.
Uh,
Yeah, it did, Ricky. I'm so glad. But just a few more.
well, it's good. A few more.
But I just messed around. What'd you do today? Anything? Working on your truck or car or anything?
Yesterday, I worked on the truck. Got things taken care of. It's like I know nobody here, maybe Ricky is, but not many people in here about cars, know about cars. But I tell you, the reason it's important is I replaced the fuel filter. But the thing is I helped my dad replace it about 2.5 years ago before he passed away. And ever since then, he was having problems starting it up. And we were trying to fix a problem with the electrical system, and we thought, oh well, it has to do with the fuel, let's replace the fuel filter while we're at it. So we replaced the fuel filter, so it's been getting air in the fuel system this whole time. And I finally thought about it, and I was like, well, it's been almost 2 years since we replaced that fuel filter. Maybe I'll replace it again, because I found out it was like leaking fuel. I pushed the primer and it made a noise, and I was like, okay. So I kept priming it, and then sure enough, diesel fuel came out of the O-ring, and I was like, damn. So now I do got to replace it. So I replaced it, and I was looking at the old one, and it was defective. It had like a burr on it from inside the groove. So that damn thing's been leaking air ever since we put that in.
Well,
So, I mean, it's one of those things where you don't think, you buy a new part and you think that'll fix the problem, and the new part is defective.
Yeah,
Parts
most of us don't even look at it. We just say, well, it's new. It's okay. Just put it on. We don't inspect it. Most of us.
yeah, exactly. Ricky, it was the groove inside the gasket, the O-ring, and I never even thought about looking at it. But when I took the old one off, I really looked at it, and sure enough, there was like this place where the casting, it's plastic, but where the casting is pushed in, and it's like they had like a ridge. It was inside that O-ring groove, and if the O-ring was in there, you can bet that would have made the air leak out. And I wasn't disappointed, but I was just like, wow.
All this time, didn't even think about it.
Yeah, all this time, it's like this is when. Well, I don't think it was the only place air was leaking, but it sure added to the problem. I know, and that's the thing, that fuel filter was made in China. So when I got the replacement, I got an actual GM filter, and sure enough, it said made in the USA. So, and that's what I thought, Ricky. I thought, well, gee, I don't want to over tighten the damn thing, but I'll show you guys the picture because I took the picture and I'll post it to my community page. If you'll see.
I bet you it would be interesting to watch you work on cars to hear you.
I mean, the reason I work on cars is because I can't afford to take it into the shop. Other people, they'll just be like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just take it in, right? And then they get charged $200-300. I'm like, I don't have $200-300. I got to figure it out. So,
I let my nephew do all the figuring out on my car.
yeah.
I wouldn't even. I don't even know what. He asked me the other day for Phillips, and I said, "What's that? Is that one of that splat, or is it the funny looking one?"
Yeah. Yeah. It's a rookie question, but yeah, it's something that normal people wouldn't know. So Darlene says, or Tracy says, how was your day, Tina?
It was pretty good. I cleaned house most of the morning because the other day, I wasn't feeling good, so I slacked that day. So I cleaned house, and then it got to like 72, 73 here, and I said, okay, Sky, let's go. I can't. It's too pretty. The sun was shining and everything, so we took off on an adventure. But I'm trying to wait until Kim comes to tell y'all what happened because it's so funny.
Okay.
But she's at church. She said that she told me to wait because I wouldn't tell her when I text with her. She said, what happened? I said, I'm not saying until tonight. I said, it's going to be a surprise. I said, but you know me. And then she started laughing. She said, yeah, I know you. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
But we went on an adventure and had fun and laughed. And then I told her stories and she couldn't believe them. And I even had to call my dad that one time and let him tell her the same story that I just told her. And she said, no, Mama, you didn't. No, you didn't do that. You're lying. And I said, okay, I'll call Papa then. And I called Pa and said, Sky wants to talk to you a second. And he says, okay. And I gave her my phone and she asked him. And she says, Mama, you were right.
Yeah.
Now on sunny days, I The winter time is so depressing staying inside. I love the sun and being warm. I love being outside. So if it's over 70, I'm gone.
I know, right? People up north, it's like if it's over 60, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get outside, put on my t-shirt.
I wore shorts and t-shirt and my Crocs, but then I had a hoodie in the car just in case the wind started blowing, just in case. But it never did. It was just so perfect. Oh, Diane, you're in Ohio, right? Okay,
The one thing,
darling.
the one thing to remember though is you're up north. It will snow again. I mean, you're not out of the woods yet.
Okay, Party Bonza, your name's got wrote down already.
That's not my fault. that's
No.
the way, that's the way the
Okay,
weather
you're
is.
the, yeah, but
When I
we
was
don't
up,
say that around me. That's a no.
when I graduated high school, it snowed that morning. That was in June. So
You
there's the
can see it on
picture.
that picture. You
Can
can
you see
see it.
that picture?
Yeah.
See how there's that little that dark area inside the groove. So that's how far that thing stuck up, and that's what caused a leak. So
Oh man.
you see, I was just to expound on what I said before. It's like I didn't learn auto mechanics out of curiosity and desire. I learned it because I'm poor. I don't have the money to take my car into the shops. I gotta fix it myself.
Yeah, that's the way we are around here. We do it ourselves. We rig it some way to make it go. And it seems to work. It works. If we
Diane
don't
just
know, if we don't know what's wrong, we got a friend somewhere that does, and will come over and help us.
yeah. So that's what I was telling Sean. USA for Ashley,
Hmm.
is he was talking about what's wrong with his car. There's some kind of clunk going, not a clunk. The It vibrates when he hits the brake, and I was like, bro, it's something to do with the brake rotor. You got either the brake rotor's warped or you got some kind of oil in it that's causing it to like get grabby and um, give you uneven braking. And
Yeah.
he's like, well, I don't know. I did this and that. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you got to get up under there. You got to take the wheels off, and you got to look at it, and then you got to think about it. I mean, that's how I fix things. I just think about it and look at it until I finally figure it out. It doesn't just come to me. Yeah, Ricky, that's what I did with the new one. I lubed it up with Sil Glide, and then um, before I put it in.
My dad, he was going to town in his truck, and I told him the last time I drove it that whenever I pressed the brakes, it would shake. I mean, it would like shake your insides. It would shake bad. And I told him, I said, Dad, I said, something ain't right here. I said, I know I'm, I'm not the brightest of the bunch. I said, but that's not right. And I guess he just got used to it, and he never thought nothing of it until I I drove it.
Yeah.
And he was going to town, and then he called me. He says, has Danny went to work yet?" And I said, "No." I said, "He's still asleep." I said, "He's going in later." And he says, "Well, tell my boy, I need him to come pick me up. I'm on the side of the road." His axle and his axle had broke in two, and then he had to go pick him up. And then the car place that my dad used to haul cars back and forth for, they towed his truck in, and him and Danny and one of our friends got underneath it and put the whole axle in it and rotors and brake pads and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, Bit Back, good to see you.
So what, Diane, Kelly, you're gonna meet Sherry tomorrow evening? That's nice. Yeah, that's really cool.
Bet you she'll be excited to see you.
Yeah, I don't know what I used to do before YouTube. I used to have all the Chilton's manuals and the Haynes manual and pour through the pictures. You know, one thing that I didn't know back when I was learning on how to work on my cars, when they take the pictures and they show in the Haynes manual and they show you the picture of what it looks like, that's not the actual car you're working on. It could be another car or a car that's related to it, but it's not the same car, because so many times I've done things backwards and I'm like, but the picture says it looks like this. And it's like, yeah, because that's a different car.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I never figured that out till years later.
You feeling better, Bit Back? Are you still recovering?
Bit bite nose. Yep.
Hey guys, sorry. My little niece, great niece, called and she wanted to show me her sign language she could do and her ABCs and she can count. She's only 2. She's pretty
Oh,
smart. So I let her
9
entertain me.
minutes.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's very intelligent. She's like her mother. Her mother passed away when she was, I don't know, I think Aaliyah was like 3 months old. Her mom had cystic fibrosis. So her dad's taught her everything she knows. It's pretty cool.
Praying, Bit Back. Everything goes good tomorrow.
What's going on with
You
BitBite?
got this. He's getting a follow-up appointment to make
Oh,
sure
okay.
everything's good.
You got that.
So now, Gator, are you going to go to the doctor tomorrow, or are you just
I'm going to
going
try to get in to the doctor tomorrow.
God.
If not, I'm going to go to the ER because this is just too painful.
Yeah.
Something's not right. Something's going on. And then I had the blood in my stool for 3 days last week, and now I can't go to the bathroom at all. So I don't know what's going on.
When I didn't go to the doctor because, obviously I'm out of work, but man, my guts did that to me. I thought I had appendicitis, and I was laying in pain for about a day and a half, and it finally went away, but I figure it was like a stomach virus.
Maybe, yeah.
Because that's been going around.
Yep.
But that, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, this is different. I've never had this before. And like when I can't eat anything, he's got me on clear liquids until I go for my colonoscopy because He says that he thinks he's 99.99% sure I have diverticulitis. And there's a whole lot that goes along with that, and a lot of pain, and actually everything I'm going through. But I just want to make sure that's what it is. I would prefer to do this like colonoscopy, like now, get it over with, so we can look in there and see what's going on. Because I am afraid, because colon cancer runs in my dad's side of the family. My grandmother, his mother had it, and her brother, my uncle, they both passed away from it 2 months apart. So I don't want to have that. And if it's diverticulitis, you have to change your whole, the way you eat and what you eat, and
Well,
that's
and
fine. I can do that.
that's kind of hard with you. That's why I was thinking when your heart doctor told you or said that you was getting fluid,
Right,
that you needed to cut back on your fluids. But then this doctor told you to only eat clear, li- clear liquids, a clear liquid diet, and drink
right,
plenty of water. So
right.
you're like darn if you do and darn if you
No,
don't
and see,
situation.
it's always been that way. Because I have heart disease, so I have to eat for heart healthy. But then I also have stage 3B kidney disease, so I have to eat for that. So a lot of times I can't eat anything, because if no matter what I eat, it's going to be bad. It's going to hurt something. And then with him telling me the other day when I went to the heart doctor that my fluid intake had to be decreased to 64 ounces, because I was so bloated and just so much swelling of fluid in my body. And then I go to this doctor and he's like, "Oh yeah, you have to stay on a liquid diet for until Friday." I'm like, "But I'm not allowed to have it." Well, that's what you're gonna
I would tell
do.
them to get their stories right. Hey, y'all confusing me. Stop it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's so many different things that I have going on, and I got my father to thank for that, because everything I have right now is inherited from him.
5 minutes, pass it back.
Yeah, he died at 64 years old from exactly what I have, because he didn't take care of himself, and he didn't eat right, and he still smoked cigarettes, and he still drank his beer. I don't do anything. I try to do everything they want me to do.
Yeah.
Ricky, I like cheese. Leave my cheese alone.
Cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do. I
it's
have, if I could show you my refrigerator right now, there's fruits and vegetables, fresh vegetables. That's it. There's no meats. There's no breads. There's grapes and oranges and fresh broccoli and fresh Brussels sprouts and fresh cabbage and fresh onion. That's all. I just cook it all in a pot, and that's what I eat.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like I can't have macaroni and cheese. I can't have potatoes. I can have sweet potatoes, which I do have sweet potatoes. I can't have white potatoes. Uh,
aw, poor Ricky.
oh, yeah, I can't have cheese on anything. Oh, I can. I take that back. I can have cheese, but it has to be Swiss cheese. That's it. No yellow cheese, no American cheese, no Mexican cheese, just Swiss cheese. That's it. Crazy. So that's why I don't really eat. I just don't. It's like, whatever. And I used to eat so unhealthy when I was working, because I worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week. I didn't have time to cook. McDonald's and Wendy's was my best friend. Grab a sandwich, take it to work, and eat that at lunchtime, and drink coffee all night long.
Yeah, that's what I did when I was at the warehouse too. I mean, I'd go and eat at whatever was around town, but those things that I ate wasn't very healthy.
Mm-mm. No, it was horrible. I would be really healthy if it wasn't for all that stuff I put in my body for years and years. I never cooked. I mean, it was just me here by myself. When the kids were home, when I was still married, I cooked all the time, and we always ate a decent food. We didn't eat out.
I didn't really care for fast food. I do like going into a restaurant and sit down, like you know, a steakhouse or something. I've done that, but like pulling into McDonald's or Burger, no.
See, that was the quickest thing for me because I would go to work at. Well, I worked two different times. One, if I was on
2
first shift,
minutes.
I go to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd get off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I just come home and go to bed. I showered at work. I came home and just fell right into my bed because I had less than 12 hours to get up and go back to work, and that was 7 days a week for months. And I'm talking year and a half, 2 years. That's all we did. So it's just easy to go to the drive-thru and pick up a Big Mac or pick up a double cheeseburger and take it to work and eat it at lunchtime.
I've always rather cook myself because I know nothing's done to it. I'd
Oh yeah,
rather just do it myself.
it's much better for you. I don't even eat out anymore. I just don't deal with it. I just cook at home. But now, it's kind of not any fun cooking anymore unless I have somebody to cook for. That's why I always tell Joey to come over. Grandma will cook for you, buddy. Whatever you want. Bring your buddies. I'll cook for all of you.
Well,
Gator.
when I
One more minute.
1 minute. Pass it back.
After the anthem, I'll tell you, Gator, about what we call the 8-day week.
Oh yeah, I know about them. I didn't even have time to do my laundry. I have a washer and dryer, but I had to take them to the laundromat and let them do it. I didn't have time to do it. And then I'd pick it up on a Monday.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I didn't work hard. I drove a forklift. Unloaded trucks and loaded trucks. That was pretty simple.
Yeah, it's funny how it's not hard. It's just boring.
Yeah, it wasn't really boring. We were pretty busy. And I'd always carry on with the truck driver. So that was pretty cool.
Mm.
3, 2, 1.
USA, USA.
Great job, guys.
Good one. Yeah. So yeah, Gator. So what I worked. I was a night shift supervisor. So I worked my regular shift Sunday through Friday night. And then what would happen is I would go home a little early on the Friday night, get up early and work the day shift on Saturday.
Oh man.
And then I would they would only work us until noon. So then or a little bit afterward, so I'd get off, go hang out for another 4 hours, and then come back in for the swing shift
Oh my gosh.
on Saturday night, and then go home early again. Well, it didn't go out that late on a Saturday night. They cut us loose, and then come in for the Sunday day shift, and then
Wow.
work, and then go home, and then come back for my normal shift Sunday night.
You
We
didn't get,
call it 8-day week.
yeah, you didn't get any sleep. At least I got at least 5 hours a day.
Yeah, that's right. Because we didn't work the 10 or 12-hour shifts unless it was
Right.
overtime.
Well, I worked it for so long that when they finally stopped it, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like those 8 hours of working went so fast, and then I'm like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
You want me to work over? I'll work over. No, nope, going home. I don't want to go
Hey,
home.
Teacup, good to see you.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
liked it though. I loved the money. The money was awesome.
I know it's easy because you don't spend any money, so
You
you're just
don't.
making money.
Right. That's it. That's exactly right. And I made decent money driving a forklift. I never understood that. There were people who worked way harder than I did. Way, way harder. And they didn't make I made more money than them, and I never understood that. And
Yeah.
then like I had to at one point I had my stroke and I was in the hospital, but they paid me the whole time. I got a check and I called my supervisor, the plant manager, and I'm like, "Hey, Mike, somebody messed up. They deposited a check into my account. I didn't work." And he goes, "Don't worry about it.
Ah,
We take
that's
care of our good employees." So anytime I had to be off work for anything, they even let me off to go watch Joey play football on Friday night, and I got
awesome.
paid for it. So they were really good to me. I would love to go back to work there if I could ever work. But I'm saying I didn't work that hard, and there were people making less money and working a lot harder than I did. But I always helped everybody. If I didn't have a truck, I'd go help find somebody to help.
Goodness, Ricky.
Oh wow, Rick. Yeah, I know how that
I,
is. That was nice pay.
I thought me working second and third shift was bad, but y'all's story just blows mine out of the water.
I loved to work. I mean, that was my I loved it. I loved making money. Now I can't do anything.
Yeah, I was spoiled by that company the same way, just like you were, because it's the same way. They took care of us. They never gave us crap. Um, but the good employees, right? Just like
Right.
you. It's like this. There was the core group they took care of, but you also had the screw ups and the
Oh yeah.
temporary employees and the new
You know,
employees. They didn't get
That
that
would
type.
be me. That would be me.
you know, and now, unfortunately for that company, all of us older people are gone. We're not there anymore. So they only have the crappy young kids that don't want to work. They're like, what do I got to do that for? Why do I got
Yeah,
to do that? Because that's your job. Why is it my job? Because they gave it to you. They hired you to do it. Well, I don't want to do it. And I said, then go home. Nobody cares. I'm doing your job and mine anyway. So bye bye, go.
but I want to get paid. I
Yeah.
need hours.
That always cracked me up. Well, you need hours, but you've called off 3 days this week. But you need hours. Okay. I worked there. My last job, I worked there for a very, very long time. The only time I never called off. The only time I missed was when I had to go into the hospital. That was it. I never called off. I worked overtime anytime they wanted. I would beg for overtime. But I like money, so
I liked working, just like like you did, like
yeah,
and
working.
dude,
If you like your job, it's fun, and you'll
yeah,
get to work every day and won't even think about calling out.
yeah. And I liked the people I worked with,
No,
good friendships. It's like I
we had
miss it.
we had a lot of young kids that were on heroin and coming in there working, and they would swear they weren't high, but they're all bent over, standing up, leaning over to the ground, and I'm not high. I'm not. Yeah, you are. You're totally high. Normal people
That's
don't
where
stand
that
like.
That's when random drug testing needs to come into
They
play.
did. Absolutely. They started random drug tests. And the one that I got to watch, because normally I would go in and they'd always get me. And I said to them, I said, why you guys always pick me to be on? Well, we know you don't do drugs. And at least we can say, see the drug test work. She's negative. Well, this one girl, I was stuck around to watch her because I knew she was so high, and she got mad at the pen. She had to sign the paper, the release paper, and she was using the wrong end of the pen. She was so angry at that pen because it didn't work. She slung it across the room and said, "Give me a pen that worked." So the guy that was in there, the supervisor, gave her the pen, but he gave it to her upside down because he knew she would do the same thing again. She did it 3 times. Finally, they just told her to go ahead and go on home, call somebody to come and get you. You're done.
Ooh, yeah.
But swore she wasn't high.
I do remember we used to sit around and break time like, so and so is on something.
Oh, they would shoot up right there at the shop. They didn't care.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Well, the thing about it is that hurts us because, yeah, those employees would get random drug tested or they'd get into an accident and then boom, they're gone. And it's like, geez, bonehead,
Just
why
hire
did he
more.
have to go and do that?
Just hire some more. There's more of them in here.
I
I
know,
mean,
but it's so hard to train somebody and get them.
oh, I know. Yeah, that's true. That was rough. And I didn't have to. Well, I did have to train one girl to do my job because she was, and I didn't have to train her, but she was just complaining because she said I had the easiest job in the shop, and I'm like, not necessarily. But hey, her name was Rich. I'm like, you want to give it a
Yeah.
try? She goes, yeah, I could do that. Well, she did it for about 5 minutes, and she said, no, I have to go clear over there to that other building and bring material over to this building, and there's like 3 feet of snow out there, and it's freezing cold, and the wind's blowing. I'm like, yeah, that's what you got to do. Oh, and when it rains, you got to go over there too and still get soaking wet. You got to go over there and do it. She's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I said, well, then don't complain anymore.
Yeah.
Y'all make me sound privileged. Cause I was a med tech. I worked in the nursing facilities and the
Oh,
hospitals.
it's
So y'all
factory work
making me
here.
feel y'all making me feel privileged.
Oh yeah, Ricky, tell us about your first random pop up. Said it's a funny story. Let's hear it. This is factory work. Factory work can be fun,
Get
but
up there, Ricky, and tell us.
yeah, Ricky, come on, let's hear it.
Yeah, that company I worked for, it changed. All the old managers left. A new president came in and it wasn't the same.
Yeah, my companies that I work for is still there. It's still the same people running it, but I would love to just be a little fly on the wall and just see what kind of people are in there because all the good people left. Carl was the oldest. He had worked there the longest and I was second, but I quit before Carl did. And Carl was like 78 and he quit when he was 78 when he quit. And that was just a couple years ago. So he was the last one left. And the rest of them were all the young kids that were on drugs and didn't want to do anything. What do you mean I got to do that? I don't want to do that. Well, too bad. Do it. Caught one guy sitting down when he was supposed to be up working, watching the machine, the material running through the machine. He was sitting down reading a book. I went over there and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I'm reading my book. And I'm like, you're supposed to be watching that. I'm watching it. I said, you're like 25 feet away from it. You don't even know what's going through there. Get up. Don't
Ricky,
be reading
you're
a book.
silly.
Oh, Ricky. Yeah, we had to wear steel toe boots and they didn't make them little enough for me. They don't make them for kids. So I had to wear a size that was too big. I worked for a company in Bucyrus called Ohio Polytech. We made the black lining for garden hose. They turned them into little pellets and then they shipped them out. And different companies bought it to make garden hose. And it was all scrap material. So you had to watch what was going up the belt because it could be metal, it could be plastic, it could be all wrong stuff, which would ruin a whole pile. But that guy wanted to read his book. Like, whatever, dude, read the book. And he was so mad that I said something to him about it. He's like, "You're not a
say,
supervisor." And I'm like, "I'm just trying to save you, dude. Because if the supervisor comes in here, you're going to be fired."
I would say just go home and read your book if you want to read it
Yeah.
so
Well, he
bad.
ended up getting fired. And then we had another guy that worked there. We called him 4x4 because all he did, he was supposed to be watching what's going up the belt. All he did was sweep a 4x4 area. Square. That's all he did all day for 8 hours. And I'm like, dude, some of the girls called him a Roomba, an Roomba vacuum.
A
I called
Roomba.
him 4x4.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, here comes 4x4. Look, he's got his broom with him." It's like they got hired for a job, but they didn't really want the job, so they picked their own job.
That sounds like you, Ricky. Something you would say.
Unconstitutional.
I'd say, sure, I ain't got nothing to hide. I'll pee in a cup for you.
One of the
That's what
girls
you
asked me
want.
she was a very good friend of mine. She still is, but she's finally got herself together, but she was a bad heroin addict. And she came over and she said, "Will you pee in a cup for me?" And I said, "Are you crazy?" She said, "Come on,
Terry, good to see you.
I'm gonna get fired." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not peeing in a cup for anybody. So no, you might want to go get somebody else to pee in a cup. You're the only clean one in the plant." I'm sorry, but no, I'm not gonna do it. Hi, Terry. I found somebody's rig, their needle and all that stuff for their heroin in the toilet, in the back of the toilet where the tank is. Somebody told me that,
Y'all sound like y'all was in some dangerous
oh,
situations.
there was so many people that were on heroin in this town at one point. It was unreal. And that was in 2017, 2018. I don't think it's heroin anymore. I'm sure it's something else, but I don't know what it is. But somebody said, "Hey, go check the women's bathroom, lift up the lid on the tank, and tell me if there is a rig in there." And a rig, I'm thinking a vehicle. I'm like, "What are you talking about, rig?" And they're like, "A needle with some heroin and a strap to tighten it around your arm." I go in there, I lift it up. Sure enough, there was one in there, right, taped right to the inside of the lid.
Wow.
So they go in there and get high and then come out. So I said, "Yeah, it's in there." So the girl went and got the supervisor, and he went in. We had to stand in there with him, and he got it and took it out. He said, "Now watch and see who comes in there." I said, "Well, they're never going to tell you if it was them." He said, "You can tell by their actions." I was
Having a
like,
good night, Terry. Hope you're having one.
"Good to see you, Terry." Yeah, so all kinds of crazy things happen. I got into an argument one time. This one heroin addict girl was talking crap about me, and I was on my forklift and I was going over to get something. Then I heard her, so I turned around, I stopped, and I said, "Are you talking about me?" She said, "Yeah." So I just put it in reverse and backed it right up to the machine, and I said, "Talk now." Well, we started yelling at each other. Next thing I know, my supervisor came out and took us to the office. And I'm like, "I shouldn't even be here. She's high. She's not doing her job. I'm tired of working with people like this. You guys need to start hiring better people, or you're going to lose all the good people." And then she said something smart. So I stepped up to her. And then my supervisor stood in between us. He's like, "Vicky, you can go ahead and go back to work." I said, "Thank you." So they fired her.
I don't
Wow.
know. I was protected. I didn't know nothing about drugs back then.
I did it until I started working there. Then found out everything.
Still, I don't know much about them. Just what I hear.
Yeah, it was crazy. I hope, well, most of those people are either dead. Some of them are dead. There's a few of them that did turn their life around.
Yeah.
A few of them passed away from it. Um, One of them died at work. So heroin was some bad stuff these kids were on. I just never understood it.
That's so crazy because it's like, you've lived as long as you've had, and it's like it's crazy when you think about those people. They were young, and they're most likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Ricky. You're great. I just don't advertise because I don't like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just weird like that.
I always wanted to help them. I mean, if they like Kylie, I love Kylie to death, but she was such a bad heroin addict, and I always tried to help her. I always, whatever I did, I tried to help her. I got her places to live. I gave her furniture. Other people that I worked with that finally said they got their lives together, rented an apartment, got their kids back. I gave them all my furniture. I had nothing in my house. I gave it to people because I wanted them to do better.
Yeah.
And now Kylie, thank God, is doing wonderful. She's been clean for 3 years. She's got her girls back. She's working. She's doing great. And I pray she stays that way. This is the longest she's ever been clean. But she's been in prison for a long time too because of the drugs.
Mm.
And she's only 28 years old, I think, and she's been to prison at least 5 times.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, she lost her kids. Her ex-husband took her kids, and yeah, it was pretty sad. But she seems to have it together, and I told her, I said, you have to prove to everybody that you're not that person that you used to be, but mostly you have to prove it to your kids because your kids are like 8 years old and 7 years old, and you got a newborn baby. So you have to prove it to them because these two remember you on drugs. That's something they'll never forget.
Yeah. Uh,
So I just pray that she stays that way. There are some that just didn't, they're still doing drugs, and I don't help them anymore. I can't help them. But I know my daughter got mad. She'd be like, "Why are you giving away your furniture?" I'm like, "Because I want him to do good. And they have a house and their kids don't have furniture. So I'm giving them a bed and I'm giving them the couch and the two recline. I just give it away. I can't help it." I said, "I can buy more. I'm working. I can buy me more."
I
mm,
used to be like that until Sky came in my life and I decided to put her first.
Well, yeah, that's absolutely. All my kids were all grown up.
Yeah.
It was just me. No husband, no kids. I mean, I have kids, but they're all adults on their own. So that's just me.
yeah.
Kids nowadays, I have a nephew that I pray he's still off drugs, but my sister had just passed away, her son, he was on drugs, heroin forever, been in and out of prison, broke in my house when I was at work and stole from me, got caught inside this house I'm living in right now. And I was giving him money before he broke in. I gave him money. He just got a job. I was taking him to work. And then he finds out that I got moved from third shift to first shift. And he broke in my house my first day of first shift. And he went back to prison for 4 years for it. I filed on him.
Oh geez.
And he was just looking for drug money. He stole my money I had. He stole so much stuff from me. I got it all back a year and a half later. They had to keep it for evidence. But, and I still forgave him. He's
Yeah.
my nephew. I love him and I forgive him. I said, just stay clean, dude. Stop doing stupid stuff.
Mm.
And when he got out, I had a couch that had 3 recliners in it. I gave it to him. Joey took it over to him. I gave him dishes. I gave him blankets and things like that, so he would not, he wouldn't do without. Although my family thinks I'm absolutely crazy for doing it, but I just felt that that's what God wanted me to do because I forgave him. If God can forgive me, I can forgive him, right? Oh, I can't smoke pot. I've tried it. I can't smoke pot. I don't like pot. I don't like drinking at all. Kim sneezed.
Good to see you. Now I can tell y'all my funny adventure today that I've been holding back.
What?
Today, after I cleaned the house up,
Mm-hmm.
I looked outside and seen the sun was shining so pretty. And then I looked at the temperature and it said it was like 72, 73, somewhere around there. And I said, oh, yeah, come on, Sky, let's go. So we loaded up the car and we went to the Kerscott Dam, which is maybe 30 minutes away from my house. But it's like a dam. And my grandpa, he used to take me there when I was little. When I was like 5, 6, 7, 8, little, he would take me up there fishing because I was like a little tomboy. And Sky said, Mama, what are we doing here? This ain't where we swim because we swim at the other side, at the bottom of the dam. I said, well, I just want to bring you here. I said, this was like my safe spot. I said, when I was little like you, I said, me and my papa would come up here and we'd go fishing. I said, we hardly ever caught one, maybe a catfish or something like that. I said, but we'd always go fishing. I said, you want to try? Because I remember that we'd put her little princess fishing rod in the back trunk. So she says, yeah, Mama. She says, let's try it. I said, okay. I said, we'll go to the same spot that me and my papa went to. And she says, okay. And there was an older man there. And he was fishing. And me and Sky was standing there at the rail with her little princess fishing pole, which still had the plastic fish on it because we left it on it, so she would thought that she caught a fish when we went to the mountain house. So I forgot that we never took it off. That's how long it's been, about a year or two ago. So it was still on there, and that man looked over at me and said, "Ma'am, um, I don't think you're gonna catch nothing with that on there." I said, "Well, I said I really don't like putting bait on the hook." I said, "I don't have no hooks." I said, "This is just something that I'm doing for my daughter here. I just wanted her to see what it would feel like." He says, he started laughing. He says, here. He says, I reckon I need to help you. He says, let me pray for you first.
Oh my.
And he put his hand on my shoulder and he started praying for me. And then he got Sky's little fishing pole and got the fish off. He says, here, he says,
Oh
you
my
can hold on to this for the next trip you take. And he put a hook on the line, and then he says, "You want to do this part?" I said, "No, thank you." I said, "I can't put a worm on the hook." So he did it, and then Sky got to throw it out, and he says, "But I doubt she'll catch anything because I've been here all day long." He says, "I come every day since I've retired, and this is where I just sit and relax." And I said, yeah, until I got here. He says, well, you're the first interesting person I've met in a while. And he
Oh.
we were sitting there, and Sky was sitting on his cooler. He had a cooler there where he had like Coca-Cola and stuff in it. He says, you don't want a drink? And I said, no. I said, I'm good like that. And Sky says, if Mama's good, I'm good. Because she kept eyeballing him. Just like, she side-eyed him the whole time. She says, Mama, come here. And I leaned down there. She says, he's getting too close to you. She says, get on this side. And I went over to the other side. And the next thing you know, she says, Mama, look. And I said, what, baby? And her fishing pole was being the shit out of catfish. She went rounded in, and that man pulled it off. He says, "What do you want me to do with it?" I said, "I don't know. You can keep it if you want to. We're done." And then I left, and he says, "Well, y'all come back up here anytime. I'm usually here." And Sky looked at me and said, "Mama, no, we we had an adventure. We're done. Let's go." But, but
Oh my goodness. So she caught the fish that this poor guy goes fishing every day and he can't catch one.
I mean, I was like, Sky, even when I was little, we never caught him. We just sit there and told stories. He would tell me about the army, and back in the day, we would just sit there and talk. I mean, I knew we wasn't gonna catch nothing, but the first time she threw out, she caught a little catfish.
Well, that's great memories for her. She'll be able to remember all that.
I just
Those are the
hope that
best of
poor
times.
guy, recovers from it.
That's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, it was a little pink fish on the end of it, Ricky. It was one of them little hard plastic pink fishes where it would sink down, and it's like pretend fish that was on the line. My dad bought it for her for one of her birthday presents, and when we'd go to the mountain house, we would stand there at the creek and just throw it in and just pretend like we was fishing. But I had an idea, and she agreed to it that we would pretend there, and then that guy was there, and I was like, "Girl, this is gonna look, this is gonna make me look even more ridiculous here."
I bet that'll be a great story he can share with his grandkids. This crazy lady and her little girl came, had a fishing pole with fake fish on it.
A princess fishing pole.
Yeah, princess one.
It has to be princess.
That'll be a good story for his grandchildren. Oh,
So was it worth your wait, Kim? It was killing me not to tell Kim today, and I said nope. I said I'm not going to blow it until tonight. I've got to have something to talk about.
I hope so because I heard today, Kim, that they were not going to release it. That the DOJ said they're not releasing it. But if Pam Bondi says it's being released, then it's being released. Oh man, I hate coughing. Oh. I can't believe I got a fever. Just a little one. Oh, awesome, Kim. Then that's something new because I had heard earlier today that, or I read earlier today on something X or something that the DOJ said they weren't going to release it. I don't know why. We all need to know. We deserve to know.
Yeah, I think Pam Bondi is going to release a lot. They might not want her to, but she's going to because Trump told her to.
Yes, they will be hiding. Absolutely, they will. Exactly, Ricky. Those are great times. Those are great times when you do things with kids. We were talking about it.
I hope she remembers and laughs, but she's so protective of me. She was too worried about him getting too close to me. She was. I was laughing because I didn't know what to say or do. Like, y'all just don't know Sky. Kim does. And a couple of people that's talked to her and is around her, she's worse than me. I mean, y'all think I say it the way it is, She don't even think about anybody's feelings. She'll tell you right there on the spot what she thinks. She has no filter at all. I got a little filter, but she's just. But I think she does. I think she had fun. She laughed. She laughed at me, and then she laughed at. I don't even know his name, but he said that it's a shame he's been here all these years fishing when he got off from work and everything, and now since he's retired and can spend more time up there, that he comes up there every day and goes fishing and haven't caught one, and then she comes up there with her little princess pink fishing rod and catches one the first time.
Right. Oh, come on, Marley. Get off. Get off. Get off. Get off. No, 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 no. Oh, that hurts. Stop it. Stay right there.
And then,
Yeah,
of course, when we got home, she had to run and tell her papa. She was, Papa, Papa, I got a fish. And he looked at me. He says, Really? Really, Tina? Because he knows I had that pink fish on her pole.
See,
I
Ricky,
said,
that's
No,
good.
she really did. This
I
time,
like
she really.
I like when people um do that with kids that don't have dads. My son was a big brother, and he did a lot of fishing with kids and taking them to skate parks with boys, not girls. But he was a big brother, and he totally enjoyed that. He got so much. It made him feel good that somebody was there with these younger boys to teach him things, and they grew up to be really good kids, and they still stayed in contact with him, which is wonderful.
Well, Sky's dad isn't in the picture, but she always says, like on Father's Day, she says, Mama, she says, you're my mama and daddy.
There you go.
And then I got my dad, and then my nephew and my cousins and my uncles. They all step in. So,
Right. Yeah. I wish I would have had a big sister when I was growing up. I didn't have my dad. My parents divorced when I was 9. And the day he walked out the door, I did not see or hear from him until I want to say 20 or 21, maybe. But they didn't have none of that like that when I was going through that. But my son was a big brother, and he loved it. We need more men to step up like that to help kids,
yep,
boys.
you're my big sister. You got my back.
We're all Tina's big sister, because she's the baby of the bunch. I'm almost her grandma. I'm pretty sure I could be your grandma. Pretty sure. I'm almost her grandma. I'm pretty sure I could be your grandma. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Kim, when you went to church, did you see any damage from the fire? Oh, okay.
Oh. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just listening. How are the fires doing out there, Kim? Are they still on? Are they still?
Oh man. You said one guy, elder church at her church, said he was pushing fire break against 10 feet flames to keep away from his house. Ricky, I got a few of them. I call them my fans. Well, that's good, Kim.
There it is. All right.
Kim, I was telling them earlier since you was at church, but did you hear about um Tulsi? She said that the CIA was using the NSA chat rooms, and she was watching the chats, and they were saying that if Doge came after their offices or in their network, that they was going to start talking to our like China and Russia, giving them information, and that they was going to go through CNN news to leak out the CIA if Doge comes in there. It was on a clip that I watched when I got home while Sky was talking to her papa.
All right, I'm back. Guess what I did? I need help. Can you guys help me? I'm not gonna believe what I did. I bought a bag of coffee the other day, 8 o'clock coffee, a big bag, and it's beans. It's not ground up yet. What do? I don't know what to do with this big bag of coffee. How do you grind up coffee beans? Any help? Anybody? A coffee grinder? Like at Walmart? Do they have them at Walmart, Kim? I probably should go get one tomorrow. I can't drink coffee yet, but I just went out there and I'm like, oh yeah, I could dump this in the can, and it's all beans. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks. I guess I'll look at Walmart. Hi, Cindy.
That's a sign. You're not supposed to have coffee.
I'm not supposed to have coffee. Not till Friday. After Friday, I can. But I bought it because it was like a huge bag of 8 o'clock coffee for $14, and I'm like, man, that's
Hey,
cheap.
Cindy, good to see you.
And well, it's cheap because I have to grind it up myself, I guess. But I mean, if I can get a grinder, that'd even be better. Then I could just keep buying it and just grind it up myself. Let me check it out. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I see what I did.
They have them little machines at it's a grocery store, but it's called Food Line here.
Mm-hmm.
And they have them little machines there by where the coffee is. And that reminded me of Sky one day. We was going by there. She says, "Mama, what's this?" And pulled the lever down, and coffee started coming out. It was the Columbia kind of expensive kind. I said, "Let's go, baby."
um, Look at the link above. Um, what link? Oh my God, I'm in so much pain. Oh, right there, Bit by Dave. Okay, thank you. It's electric coffee grinder. Nice. I will check that out. Thank you, Dave. Um, yeah, my like Kroger has the grinder if you buy their brand coffee or whatever, any beans. But I bought this at Walmart and I did not even know it was like that until just now. So I don't think I could take it back and use their grinder. They probably wouldn't like that. But I am going to go get one. I'll check out the prices of them. Yeah, they smell good. The beans smell wonderful. Thank you, Dave. Ricky said they make a pretty good coffee grinders for make make awesome coffee. Well, I always wanted to grind my own coffee, but I didn't want it to turn out that way, but that's fine. I can do that. Cool. I felt like a big dummy. $18 is not bad. I get it from Amazon. Oh, cool. I used to drink Folgers Colombian, but that stuff is ridiculously expensive. So when I was using my Keurig, the pods for Folgers was just too expensive. I couldn't afford it. So I went to the 8 o'clock, and I really like the 8 o'clock coffee. Um, it's not bad at all. From Amazon. Yeah, maybe I should start ordering stuff from Amazon. I'll have to check it out and see. Thank you, Diane. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll figure it out. But I feel like an idiot. Like what? But they do smell good. Is
You've been hanging around me too long.
that what it is? No, I think it's just
Yep.
because I'm just tired. When I went to the store, I think it was yesterday. I went because I had to go get more envelopes and stuff to mail things out. That's what it was. So it was yesterday. But I was there for so long because there was hardly anybody in Walmart, and man, I could just walk around and look at different things and then pick up a few things that I needed. But by the time I got done, I was hurting so bad that the coffee was the last thing I put in my cart, and I should have paid attention, but I didn't. And I just threw it in there, and then I just looked at it, and I'm like, oops.
Cindy, how are you doing?
Yes, Cindy, how are you?
Didn't Lou?
It is good coffee. It sure is. I like it. I was a Folgers girl for years until I tried the 8 o'clock, and it's the 8 o'clock original. It's really good. You don't drink coffee? Who doesn't
I
drink?
don't either.
Oh my goodness! I started drinking coffee when I was like 8 years old. Coffee and crackers. That was my breakfast. Because Mom always had coffee, and we always had crackers for the little kids. So That was what I'd eat for breakfast. I started eating it at my grandma's house.
My dad even tried to bribe me. He said that I could dunk my Oreos in it, and it would be the best tasting Oreo I would ever have when I was little, trying to get me to drink it.
Oh, you're having a flare up, Cindy? Ooh, I think that's what my doctor said I thought I was having. Yes. So, what do we have for coffee? Nobody's posting. Mountain Dew, no coffee. Mountain Dew. You know, oh yeah, it's Tina's channel. Cindy, we're praying for you. I used to drink Folgers, but I'm telling you, 8 o'clock coffee is the best. But I drank Folgers Colombian. My sister drinks classic.
Kim, we might have a little problem if you boot Tracy.
Folgers or cheap stuff? 8 o'clock coffee is the best, and it's cheaper than Folgers. But if everybody starts buying it, they're going to raise the price of it. But maybe they'll lower Folgers. I never could drink Maxwell House. You know, my kids don't drink coffee. My oldest daughter doesn't. My son never did. And well, my son did in the morning 1 cup, and then my youngest one drinks. My youngest one drinks. She has it's a not a coffee machine. It's a what are those things called? Her coffee's super strong. Oh golly, what's those things called? I forget. It's some kind of very strong coffee, and it takes a certain kind of machine to make it.
Oh, cappuccino.
Yeah, no, not
or
cappuccino.
espresso. Yeah, bit by
Espresso. That's what it is. She loves that stuff. Her and her
Yeah.
husband drink that.
Shots of espresso.
I tried it. I said, no, I can't drink this stuff. You get a lot of things from Amazon. I probably should, but I don't have a Prime, so an Amazon Prime, so I don't order. If I need something, my grandson will order it for me because he's got Prime. Really, teacups, Mom? No more. I would die. I would just die if they said I couldn't have coffee. I drink decaf now, though. I drink a lot of decaf. I don't drink regular coffee anymore. See, I'm just like regular coffee. No sweetener or nothing like that in it. I always wanted to try the Paul Newman. We have Paul Newman here. I've never tried it. We have Seattle's Best, which I like that too. And I always wanted to try the Paul Newman, but I never did. Oh, I can't drink espresso. I'll be bouncing off the walls.
Y'all are addicted to coffee, so I do not want to hear anyone say anything about my cotton candy.
I drink decaf coffee now, though.
Well, still coffee's coffee in my book.
Well, if you ate sugar-free cotton candy, I would feel better.
They don't even make sugar. How you gonna make cotton candy with no sugar?
I don't know. 2 cups a day. Oh, I used to drink when I was working 12 hours. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you what. I would fill my thermos up with a whole pot of coffee. I would drink that, and then I would go to the coffee machine at work and drink. I always had a cup of coffee.
I survived off the coffee from the machine. It was only like 10 cents.
Yeah. The coffee sucked, but hey, it was coffee.
I know it's weak as hell, but it
was
just fine for me.
I ended up taking a coffee pot into work and putting it in the office, the shipping office.
Yeah.
That way I can have real coffee.
See, I was a kind of an old school supervisor, and I remember the young supervisor, he came in and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get some good coffee in here." He brought in his own machine. And I'm like, that's you can make your own. I don't need it.
I did. I did. Especially on the weekend when the people never came in to fill the machine, and then you had
Yeah,
no coffee.
that's true.
It was
Just
gone,
in case
just
when the
empty.
machine goes down, which it often did.
Yes. So I had to have coffee. But now the doctor's like, he's been telling me for years to slow down on my coffee and go to decaf. So I went to half and half, and now I'm full decaf.
Yeah.
Tracy, I bet you that would be nasty.
Kim, you're in the South and you don't drink tea. I don't drink cold tea, sweet tea, unsweet. I don't drink any tea. Sometimes, if I have a sore throat or something, I will drink uh, a cup of
Peppermint.
tea with cinnamon and all that in it. Rippets. Rippets. Never heard of them. I don't think I want to go 100 miles an hour. I go fast enough as it is. Oh, rippets. Hmm. It's my favorite song playing.
Mm.
Yeah, there you go, Kim. Exactly. I used to drink Coca Cola. Oh my gosh. I was so addicted to Coca Cola. And then I had to quit drinking sodas. Let me say, I had to quit smoking cigarettes, I had to quit drinking sodas, and I had to quit drinking caffeinated coffee. So the caffeinated coffee wasn't hard. The cigarettes weren't hard, but giving up that Coca Cola was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
I
But I did
believe.
it. I don't even touch it now. I don't even care to have one now. Cigarettes was nothing. I just threw them away. Decaf or the caffeine, I switched to decaf, both half and half. But Coca Cola's, that was my lifeline. And that's the only soda I drank. I didn't drink root beer or Pepsi or anything, just Coca Cola. And now I'm just a waterholic and coffee. I only drink 2 cups of coffee a day now though. A lot of water. Oh, just unalive me, Gator. It was hard. It was hard, but I wanted to live, so I obeyed all rules. Mm. Yeah, if I drink, which I don't drink soda, but if I do, I get a zero sugar Kroger brand, like a Sprite, and that's it. That's all I'll drink. I just don't care for it. I never cared for Pepsi. I always thought Pepsi tastes like pine sol. It did. It just reminded me. It tasted like pine sol, so I never drank it. My ex loved Pepsi. My kids love Pepsi
Yeah.
and Mountain Dew, but I never liked Mountain Dew. I only like Coca Cola. Yeah, I was glad I gave up cigarettes. That was not hard at all because I didn't want to smoke anymore. I gave them up in 2016.
Yeah, I think giving up smoking was easier than giving up sugar.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For me, it was.
I will not, and I refuse to give up my sugar. I will fight till there's no breath in me.
I don't
I
know,
will
Ricky. That
keep
sounds
my
good.
sugar.
Tina will always have her sugar. Butterscotch milkshake. I love butterscotch candy. I bet that's good. Hmm.
I tried one of them, Ricky, at restaurant in town. They are good.
Yeah, I didn't start smoking until I was 24. It's dumb on my part to even start. My brother hated me for it because he never smoked, and he just harassed me so bad about it. And then I quit when I was, well, however old I was, when I was six in 2016. What was I, like 58, 59? It does sound good. Butterscotch milkshake. Where do you get those at? Oh, our Dairy Queen just opened up. Today was grand opening. I may have to go up there and see if they got them.
They probably do. The restaurant that I went to, it was just family owned one. Speedy Chef is the name
Mm-hmm.
of it, and they had it, and I tried it because I eat butterscotch pudding a lot,
Me
and
too. I love it.
it was really good. They
I,
asked me if I wanted whipped cream on it. I said no, I don't do whipped cream on my milkshakes. That's
yeah.
not right.
I will have to check the ice cream place here in town that just opened. We all know McDonald's doesn't have them because their milkshakes never machines never work.
Yeah, I gotta get Trump on that situation. Make
Yeah.
make ice cream machines great again. One McDonald's at a time. Let's get on
They're all
this.
like that. I think
Yep.
they're just lazy. They don't want to clean them because they are a pain in the butt to clean every night because you have to take them all the way apart and clean them, wash the insides, and then wipe it all dry and then put it all back together. It is a pain. We didn't put ours back together. We just left it for the morning crew when they came in. We did wash everything and lay it out for them, and then they had to put it back together. But it is a pain in the butt. That's like a car lot not having cars for sale. But hey, we're going to keep the car lot open. Do you got any cars? Nope, no cars. Same as McDonald's. Milkshake machine's broke down. Sorry. Makes no sense to me. Oh, goodness.
And really, when my nephew worked there before he graduated from high school, he said really it's just yogurt. It's not really ice cream,
Oh, that's right. That's right. It is just yogurt, frozen yogurt.
but it tastes so good to be yogurt. I mean, I've tasted yogurt before and it's gagged me, but that ice cream just, I don't know. It don't taste like yogurt to me. I told him, I said, "You're lying to me." He says, "No." He says, "Unless they changed it back now, they could because it's been several years." He says, "No, it was yogurt then."
Um, Diane, you have a lot. You are busy tomorrow. Tomorrow's your visit with, or dinner or lunch with Sherry. Nice. You have a doctor's appointment as well. Oh, you're going to have a great day.
Yep.
Great, great day. BitBite says SCOTUS just put a hold on lower court ruling for Trump administration to resume foreign aid. Oh, so they don't have to resume. How ridiculous was that? Telling our president that they have to resume foreign aid. Who are they to tell him anything like that?
They're just trying to slow it down. They know it's going to happen. That it don't even make sense what
It's
they're all
stupid.
these law, all these
It's a
hey,
judge. You don't get to make executive decisions. Just don't understand it.
it's just a slowing down. They just want to slow his roll, slow him down some, and get him try to get him off track. But it's
Diane,
not going to work.
yeah, I agree. Diane, do you eat liver? My mom had low iron and she always ate a lot of liver. That's why we all grew up eating liver. And I think all of us kids, all seven of us, we love liver. I can't have it anymore, but I love it. Yes, Diane, please take pictures.
Now, what's the negatives of eating liver? What is it? Why is it
I
bad
can't
for you?
have it because it's too much phosphorus for my kidneys.
Wow.
Oh, you should eat liver. It's so good for you. If
It
you have
don't
low
sound. It
iron,
don't sound
make you
right.
some liver and onions and gravy baked in the oven. Oh, yes, I love it, but I can't have it. My
I like
kids
it.
ate it. My kids would never eat it. I just made it for myself because my kids absolutely would not touch it. They're like, no.
Yeah, I like it fried with onions.
It is good. I always fry just brown mine, and then I make gravy and I put it in a dish, put onions in it, and stick it in the oven and let it cook. Oh, it just falls off the bone. It just as soon as you go to eat it, it just melts in your mouth. It's so good. But I can't have it any. I didn't know I couldn't have it, and I ate some, and I had to go to my kidney doctor, and he's asked me what I ate, and I told him. He said, "Don't eat liver. That's so bad.
Really?
The phosphorus in liver is so bad for people with kidney disease because your kidneys aren't strong enough to get rid of the phosphorus. That's why I can't eat peanut butter either. Too much phosphorus.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. So if you have kidney disease, be careful. Look for phosphorus. Look for how much phosphorus is in everything.
Party Bonzi, you're not gonna be able to eat nothing either pretty soon.
Well, if you haven't been to the kidney doctor and they don't, and if you say, if they say, well, you're in stage, there's only 4 stages of kidney disease. The fourth stage is where you go to dialysis, and then the next thing will be acute kidney failure. But I'm at 3B, so I still have a little bit to go, and I try to keep it there. It's been at 3B for years.
Yeah.
But
Supposedly, he said he's not worried about my kidneys. The one thing I'm worried about is my pancreas because
oh yeah,
diabetes. Yeah.
right, yes. And pancreas has a lot to do with your diabetes.
Yeah. It's
And
like
see,
it's a feedback loop.
yes, exactly. See, I have a tumor on my pancreas, a small one, very small, like the size of a pencil lead. But they keep an eye on it. I get it checked every year to make sure it isn't growing. So far, so good.
Uh,
But and that was just found incidentally when I had to have a scan for my open heart surgery. They found it. They found
Oh
the
yeah, Ricky, I love cornbread and pinto beans. Oh my lord.
oh
Believe it or not, even Sky loves pinto beans and cornbread.
oh I love pinto beans and cornbread and fried taters and onions. Oh yes.
See, Gator, not to sound fatalistic here, but that's kind of my problem with medicine today. It's like every single one of us probably has all one or two or more of these like little time bombs and tumors growing
Mm-hmm.
in the body.
Oh yeah.
And chances are, like you said, they're not gonna ever grow. The chances of one of them just suddenly growing and then causing problems is small. So that's why I'm like, I don't care to know if there's like a problem in my colon or a problem in my somewhere in my body.
But see,
Like
the doctor seems to think it's a good thing because years ago that they didn't have all these machines that could pick things up that little. Whereas by the time it was found, it was too late to do anything about. This way, they can
Amen,
just
Party
keep an eye
Bonza.
on it.
Preach it.
They can just keep an
Preach it.
eye on it and make sure that it doesn't grow. And if it does grow, they can cut it out before it harms anything.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't want to take all this medicine. I'm trying to get off all this medicine. I do not. I'm sick of taking pills. I'm just sick of it. If they tell me one more time they got another pill for them, I'm going to tell them to take it. That's
They
how I.
they will tell you because you like other people just keeps accepting it. Whenever you stand up and say enough's enough and
Well, I
find
don't.
out
I don't.
what's going on and tell them you're not going to, and then
Well, I can tell you
they'll
if I
give you
don't
other
take
options.
my blood pressure medicine, I'm going to have another major stroke. That's just, I can miss one day of not taking a blood pressure pill and my blood pressure's already up too high. I already know that. I've already tried that. I quit taking it, as a matter of fact, for about 6 years. Then I had a major stroke. And that was when I only had one blood pressure pill. Now I got five. It does more damage than it does good. And I don't want to die right now. So
Yeah.
I take my blood pressure medicine. I take my kidney medicine to keep my kidneys functioning properly. And I take my heart medicine.
That's right, Ricky. I think about back in the day when my great grandpa and great grandpa was on earth. They didn't have these doctors telling them what to eat and what not to eat. And they was healthier than a horse.
But also remember, they didn't have all that prepackaged food either. And all
Yeah.
those dyes, all
That's
that
why
bad
we
stuff
need to
in it.
start growing our food and
Exactly. I'm
raising
totally
our
with you
food.
on that. I'm totally with you on that.
They
But
didn't eat McDonald's fries with
exactly.
recycled canola oil.
Right. That's the whole thing. See, and we grew up doing that, and we've already ruined our bodies for it. But we can teach our children not to eat it. My kids don't eat them. My youngest one, she does not like fast food at all. My oldest daughter, now my son loved prepackaged food. He would just eat the crap out of it. But the girls don't. My oldest daughter cooks all the time. My youngest cooks all the time. I don't eat out. I try to stay away from all that kind of stuff because now I know. But when you're younger, you don't think about it. You think you're going to live forever and you just eat it. We weren't educated on that.
I think I'm going to try to make me a garden this year. I think I'm going to try.
You're going
Lord
to try to
help me
what?
make a
That's a
garden.
wise thing to do, Tina.
Yes, do it. I'm going to plant one. Me and my neighbor are planting one in my backyard because my backyard's bigger.
Yeah,
We're
but
going
see,
to
we
have one.
got deers and everything that eat. The last time I did one, the deers ate the tomatoes, ate the corn, ate the beans, ate ate
Yeah,
everything.
put you some tin pans out there and put some
Well, it's not
scarecrows
easy.
out there.
It's not easy, Tina. You can't just run out and become a farmer, throw seeds in the ground. It takes a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of
Smart ass.
weeding and separating, and yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth it. We had
Yeah, but
gardens when I was a
there's
kid.
enough around me, family like my uncles and my dad, and I mean we can do it. We can do it.
Yes, you
I'll
can.
be the one. I'll be the one that gives them moral support. But
Let me
I
give
think
you
we.
let me give you a story of encouragement and positivity. We had this tomato plant that just keeps growing every year out of its own seeds, and it's a little cherry tomato plant, and it goes outside in front of the driveway, and it gives cherry tomatoes all summer long, and then during the fall and the wintertime it kept giving tomatoes. It kept giving tomatoes until last month in the end of January when
Are
it
you
finally got,
serious?
yeah, it got so cold that finally it was freezing and freezing the vines. So it's like, dang, man, I didn't know they could keep going all year round.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Must be a wild plant, maybe.
Well, I don't know. It used to be planted, but had delicious little cherry tomatoes, man. They're good.
I have wild onion plants in my the flower bed beside the house. I always pull them up. I can smell them. They're onions, straight up onions.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna call a family meeting tomorrow,
I think that's a
and
good
we're
idea.
we're going we're going to talk about this. I think we're. I'm the one who comes up with the ideas, but I make everyone else.
So who's going to do all the canning?
What's canning?
Well, if you have tomatoes, you can make tomato sauce. You can make chili sauce. You can make spaghetti sauce. So you have to can it. You have to do that. If you have green beans, you snap them and you can them. That way you have green beans all year round. Um,
I thought you
well,
just freeze it.
I suppose you can. We always just canned everything in jars and mason jars and.
I guess that'll be my uncle's job. I'll get him on that after he digs the
We
digs the
just get a
trenches.
yeah, just get a rototiller and let it just dig up your dirt for you. Get it all
We
broke
do
up
it.
real
We do
good.
have a tiller, but
There you
I
go.
don't even know if it works anymore. I guess
Yeah,
that will be Danny's job to make sure it works.
yeah.
I
That's the
got.
best.
I'll make a list and I'll get them all on it because they listen to me because I'm the baby.
Oh, Tina. You'll like it. You'll like all the food that you'll have, and then go hunting. Get a deer. Make some jerky. Put it in the freezer. Cut up the meat. Put it in the freezer. You have meat all winter. You'll have jerky.
Mm, I
Get you
can't. I can't. I
get
can't kill a deer. I
get you
can't
some
eat a deer.
get you some chickens. I wish I lived on a farm.
Well, we got some chickens.
Uh oh, Ricky.
Couple.
Yeah, you can have eggs. I don't eat chicken, but I'll have you know, I did buy me some chicken breasts, and when I'm allowed to eat, I'm gonna try this recipe that I found to see if I can stomach the chicken breast. I'm gonna try not to think about chick when I'm making it. I'm gonna try to stay positive and try to eat it. Not gonna guarantee it, but I am gonna try. Ricky's about to get tired of hitting tiny letters. Look out, y'all.
No, you're gonna
Well,
It,
try.
I've told you to come up here and you haven't, so it's not my fault. You
deer
just
meat
keep
is
tapping.
good. You can. There's so much you can do with it, and then go fishing and clean your fish and skin them and scale them and put them in bags and freeze them.
I'm allergic to seafood.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex son-in-law was too, and I didn't know it. I about killed him. But yeah, there's just so much. We used to do it when I was a little kid. When my parents were married, we always had a garden. I remember.
Welcome, Ricky, to the big people's table.
Hi, Ricky. Um,
Yeah, see, I was about tired of hitting them tiny letters. I decided I'd come up here and join y'all.
Yeah,
I like
nice.
snapping beans, having fresh green beans, fresh maters, melons, corn, all kinds of stuff.
Venison's a lot better for you than anything.
It is. You're absolutely right. It sure is. And it's good.
People wasn't so queasy about it.
Yeah,
And if
it's
you
good stuff.
prepare it right and you cure it right, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I I I fixed venison for people and they didn't even know it was venison until one of my kids said, "You're eating Bambi," and then oh my.
Yeah, Tracy, I forgot wild hog's good too.
Yeah, we where my dad worked at. We went down to the river and we had like a company cookout, and they had a hog on a like
I
a
love seafood.
stick
Yeah.
and was roasting it or whatever you do to it. But I was little then. I was probably about 10, and I remember it, and it tasted. I I liked it. I think that's why I started liking pork.
My wife was a RN, BSN for the VA, and she had parties with the doctors and nurses would come over to the house. I'd cook up a big old platter of fried venison, back scrap, and they were telling me that's the best steak I've ever eaten. And then somebody tell them what it was, and oh my gosh.
And that is the best part, the backstrap. It's great. If
Oh
it's
yeah.
cooked right, it's wonderful. Good night, Shannon. God bless you.
Tracy,
Have
I
a
already
wonderful.
wrote your name down. You're
Have a
I can
already in
wonderful
take
day.
your
trouble.
place, Tracy. You can come up here, darling. Come up here,
Yeah, there's
homegirl.
enough room. There's enough room. I've
I'll
already
get back
wrote your
out.
name down.
Yeah,
I'll get back out,
there's
Tracy.
only four
I
up here.
get
There's enough
tired
for
of
two more
typing.
people.
Come
She's
on
just
up here,
using that
girl.
as an
Yeah,
excuse.
she's
I've
using it.
already wrote her name
Yeah,
down, so she's already got wrote down.
she's had plenty of time to come up. She chose not to.
Tracy, I'll go back. You can come up, hon. PB,
There
what
she
kind of?
is.
Oh, cool.
Hi, everybody. I'm being good tonight, so I might be quiet.
Are you behaving like I'm behaving?
Yes, I'm from Texas. Remember, Ricky? I'm always nice.
I'm trying to behave.
My
Takes a lot out of me.
husband always tells me when we go to out of state and come right back into Texas, he says, "Yeah." He says, "You were nice all the what time we were gone, and as soon as we cross the Texas line, here comes that attitude." He said, "Here comes that Texas attitude."
It's like them fellers in Tennessee told me one time, Tracy. Y'all so proud of that state, we ought to build a fence around it. I just looked at them and said, well, if we like it, we'll buy it.
Oh, good gracious. Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm tired.
Getting Tiger.
You can take the Tracy.
Yeah.
You can take the Texan out of Texas, but you can't take the Texas out of Texan.
Nope, you sure can't.
I don't know why that is either. I don't know.
Yeah, remember Ricky, Texas is his own country.
Yeah, I wish we was our own country.
Yeah, we need to be.
Been pushing that Texas thing for 5 years now.
Kitty Teddy.
So what you been up to, Ricky and Tracy, today?
Well, I'm steady fighting off the dark forces.
What are you talking about? Talk to me, brother.
Mom says, "Hey, when I wait, sorry, when you shit in your head." Thanks, Alice.
There's dark forces out there that like to pick on me when I think I'm down, and then I got to stand up and tighten up my shield a little bit, and they run.
Show them who's boss, Ricky. Show them who's boss.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
Yep.
Haters are going to hate. I found that out.
Me too.
No matter how nice, sweet, innocent I am, I've got haters.
Don't
Lord,
make
do
me
I have
raise that
haters.
sword.
I would think something was wrong with me if I didn't have haters.
We got this, Kim.
But it's like I said, they made me who I am and who I don't want to be. So hey, that's why I love them because they made me who I am.
I got me a good co-pilot. That's all I.
It's the
Yep.
best.
No. There's some lunch meat in there they can have.
Man,
Cleaned out my fridge. Ugh.
Patty, what are you doing, buddy?
Terry,
One day,
I
Terry,
don't
the haters
know.
will go away.
I don't, I don't, I don't know they ever will because there's always going to be somebody that's jealous or wants what you got, or there always going to be
I don't know.
someone like that. Unless we're in heaven,
I
and then
I don't go around talk. I don't go around talking bad about people or
Nope.
yeah, heck, I've even been accused of dis- disrespecting veterans, and that ain't never happening. It's kind
you
of
just
funny.
Yeah, people are.
well, what they do is they go at what you love and care about the most. They
They
go
do.
after that.
They do, don't they, Tina?
Yes, they do.
They try to find a weak spot, but there ain't one there. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Yep, that's what they do. That's the main reason why I keep Sky off of here is for that simple fact.
I'm just glad I'm just glad to be here with friends and talk to friends, and y'all know better than that. I'm not really worried about it.
Yep, exactly. People who really know you are the ones who know you, and they're not going to believe it. That's how I've always believed. People who know me know what kind of person I am, and they know I'm not like people say I am.
That's right, Gator. You even pray for people that it's just awesome.
It
I just
is.
think it's awesome.
I pray. I always pray for my enemies. Always. God said to pray for your enemies, so I do.
Exactly what you should do
Yes, exactly. I
instead of
don't
trying
talk
to run
about
them
I
down.
don't talk about people that hate me. I don't care. Go ahead and hate me. I don't hate you because I don't hate anybody. But if you want to, if you feel better talking and telling lies about me, then you go right ahead because it doesn't bother me. Because people who know me know what kind of person I am, and God knows what kind of person I am.
Exactly.
And in the end, that really brings out, that really opens your eyes because you see who really has your back and who is fake. It really
That's right.
shows on them in the end.
Hey, I can't hear you because I hear somebody's TV. They're
I
drowning
do
the house.
too. Who's up there?
Okay, is that better?
There,
Yes.
there you go.
What'd you say, Tina?
That's
I said, in the end, they really help us out because they they let us see who really has our back and who is true friends and who was just there just to pretend
Exactly.
to
You're
fake.
absolutely right.
So really, they help us out more than they hurt us because they're really showing us who we can trust and know that has our back.
Yep, you're right. I
you
will
guys.
always be
You
me. I
guys
will
have
always.
proved. You guys have proven that to me. Trust me.
I have always cared about people. I've always wanted to help people, and I've always done my best to help people. I try to build them up and help them. I don't tear them down. Even if they try to tear me down, I just ignore them and let them do their thing. I don't want to be like them and tear people down. I want to build people up.
Oh, sorry, Peter. I knew he was there. He usually gets behind me, little bunk.
Oh,
You guys have proven that to me already
well, that's
in
good.
more ways than you think.
At the boat park yesterday with Sky, she she was
Well, I'm glad
saying,
I found you, Tina.
well, like I said, I didn't advertise because I didn't want people
In
to
the
think I
fridge.
was trying to take other people away from
It sounds like
other
so it's in the
channels.
fridge.
So I just kept it quiet, and if it got out, it got out. What I mean, that's just the way I am.
Huh? What'd he say? What just?
I'm just glad I found y'all.
Yeah, there should be
Well,
salad
we're
dressing.
glad you found us.
There's ranch with bacon.
I'm trying to think of how I found out about.
Uh, eat it. I thought there was too. There wasn't a
Thank you,
whole lot
David.
left.
Well, if everybody would just remember the upbringing a little bit, I know they got it somewhere. They'd be all right.
Oh, teacup, you told
I
them.
think the sad thing that's wrong with the world today, so
Teacup,
many
you're the one, huh?
so many people want to always be right. They can never be wrong. I don't understand that.
Shit,
I'm
I'm
wrong all the
always
time.
wrong.
Me too. Trust me, I know I'm wrong. And I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Not me either. If I'm wrong, correct me on the
Absolutely.
spot.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah,
not too
tell me I'm wrong. Don't go
I'm
behind
not
my
too
back
old.
and
I'm
talk
not
about
too
me.
old to be ever to be corrected. You can correct me any point at any point.
And I think that's how we all are. And I agree with Tina. Correct me, but don't go behind my back and talk about me.
Exactly. Crazy.
That's why I believe one time, I believe it was Party Bonza, but I told him, I said, I don't talk about other people. I go
You
to
get
the
some bacon
source
bit?
and talk to them
No,
because
Not.
that just causes drama,
Right
and I
here.
don't want drama.
Right.
I always treat people like I want to be treated. You
That's
know.
the golden rule.
You know what I used to tell them little guys at work? I say, if you're a punk, I'm going to treat you like a punk.
Riley
If
said
you're a
good
man,
night.
I'm going to treat you like a man.
That's right.
I didn't hear you.
Huh?
I agree. I agree.
You know, it's up to you. It's not me that makes the call. We got along fine.
Oh God.
I always told people, look, I'm going to always treat you good. If you treat me bad, I'm not going to attack you. I'm just going to walk away from you and you'll never hear from me again.
That's me.
That was just what I've always done my whole life.
And see,
Trust me,
and I'm the type who just sits back and watch. I watch your actions and
trust me.
how
You
you
guys have
act.
raised me up, man. You guys have raised me up out of a little slump I was in, and I appreciate it.
Well, we love you, Ricky.
I do appreciate it. Gator, that was a beautiful prayer you said.
That
Uh,
was that was from my heart.
I know it was. I felt it.
And that's what we're supposed to do with people. All
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Terry,
matter.
that's right.
I just wish if people had a problem with me, they would come to me. You know,
Yeah, but
I,
people,
I'll,
it's
I'll be
easier.
glad to iron anything out with anybody.
Right.
You know?
It's easier for people just to sit back and play the victim and
Oh,
talk bad about you and get the attention. It's easier. People like that.
I
I don't
don't
ever
ever.
I'm not a victim. I've never been a victim my whole entire life. I've been I am a fighter. I am a winner. I'm not a victim.
Terry would tell you, I'll stand my ground if they come to me. You know, but if I don't know where it's coming from, then you know.
Right.
Is that better, Kim?
I heard.
Testing
It's
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Gator, I have a question
What?
about the scavenger hunt Saturday night.
Yeah.
How are you gonna? Are we supposed to take pictures and send to you, or what?
Okay. Again, we're going to do it this way. God is watching you, so do not cheat.
I'm not.
You ain't got to worry about me finding out. God is watching. So we're going to go on the. I promise I will tell the truth because God is watching me.
I
That's the
think
same with
Kim.
bingo.
I think Kim's got all my information if you ever need it.
Oh, you want some cards? I need to send you some cards, Ricky.
I think Kim's got all my information. If
Yeah, I have to get your address from Kim, and then I can mail your cards out tomorrow.
I'm not. I think she does.
So you just have to be honest, Tracy.
Okay, well, I got everything already.
Good. Tracy won it last time. She'll probably win it this time because I don't know. Tina's got a lot of it. So,
Oh, okay, I will. I will do that, Kim. I thought you had it. I'm sorry.
and if anybody else wants bingo cards, make sure you send me your address. I sent out 10
Kim's
of them
got
today.
everything but my address, like that.
I sent out 10 people today. So between yesterday and today. So
Ricky, I tell her she's got everything about me but my social security number, and she probably has it.
yes, Diane, they're listed on the
Got to
they're
watch out
listed
for Annie
on
Oakley
the
there.
uh, community post.
We can get on her bad side. She knows too much on us.
Yeah, I was gonna have fun when I changed over to sure and ready, but Kim busted me in about 30 seconds.
I quit using Gator Girl for a long time, and I used Mrs. Joey Bag of Donuts, and nobody could figure out who I was.
You know, a friend of mine posted an old convoy TPC thing today
Mm-hmm.
with the G's, and I was watching it for a while, and I didn't recognize any of those names when they first started TPC.
Oh yeah, those people. Yeah, there was
I
I
didn't
was.
recognize anybody.
Hmm.
what do you
Really?
mean? The people in the chats?
Yeah, people in the chat
Yeah.
from the old G's when they first started. It was crazy.
Ricky, Terry's talking to you in chat.
Yeah, I know, Terry. I'm glad you decided to come visit with us, Terry.
He came into Troopers a couple times.
Yeah. Terry's one of my brothers. You notice that thing he's got? I got the same flag behind me.
um, Diane, let me get the list and I'll put it out for you. I'll get a copy of it. Hold on.
His profile picture, I have the same thing behind me. So we're brothers.
I got it wrote down in here. Let me go in here and get it. Ow.
Oh, Party
Terry,
Bonds, did you see last night Smoking Skin
Excuse me.
towards
Well,
the end?
I fell asleep early. Why? What happened?
Oh man. Um, California Lives pulled up on somebody that got hit by a car and they didn't make it. It was bad.
Oh no.
Okay, Diane, I'm going to put in
Excuse
chat
me.
what you have to have. You have to have a flour sifter. Is one. You have to have a tire valve cover. You have to have a scrambled egg. Yes, you're going to waste an egg. Scrambled egg. Just one, not two. Just one.
Can I ask you all a question?
Sure.
Yep, ask.
If you break an egg to scramble it and it's red, that's kind of scary, ain't it?
That means there was a baby in there, but it just didn't form.
Oh Lord.
I would not
I,
eat it.
Well,
Me personally.
that kind of ruined my scrambled egg adventure. I'll tell you that.
I
I
still
would
Yeah,
think
I would not eat it myself.
I wouldn't eat it. No.
I wouldn't eat it either. I mean,
I
Trash
was like,
bag.
what in the world?
only because all it is blood, but I don't want blood in my eggs.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Philip head screwdriver.
I'm sort of picky on my food intake. I would not.
I
Chocolate candy bar.
just gotta have a candy bar.
And all the candy bars have to be mailed to me.
You
I
northern
just did.
girls like your
Okay, I'll send
candy,
them to
don't
you,
you?
Gator.
No, no, no,
I
no, no.
got a
I'm kidding.
bunch.
I'm kidding.
I'll share.
I'm kidding. Toothpicks.
Only if it's dark chocolate.
Yeah,
Then
dark chocolate's the best.
I've noticed
Toothpicks.
that. I've noticed that. These northern girls up here, they love their candy.
Mm-hmm.
I
See,
don't
Kat, that's
like
what I said too.
chocolate.
I said, I'll fix the
I
egg
like
and feed it to
regular
Teddy.
candy.
Okay,
I'm
here's the
not no
last
chocolate
one.
girl.
A plastic Easter egg.
oh yeah.
What?
A plastic Easter egg. That
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Ricky, I got one. Um, I'll send it to Kim, and Kim can send it to you, and you can send it in saying you found it.
you can't do that.
I'll take a picture of it outside, and then I'll take a picture of mine inside, and she can't tell the difference.
Gator, you hear all of that?
I'm hearing that, and I just said God can watch you. He's watching you to make sure you don't lie and listen to her. Oh Lord, let's pray for Tina
He
right now.
said.
Hey, but at least I'm honest. I'm saying what I'm going to do in front of people. I'm not
Oh Lord,
hiding
Tina.
it.
If you were close, Tina, I would lay my hands on you right here and right now. I'd lay hands on you.
Poor Kim, she's got to do all this third party stuff. I love you, Kim.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
a lot of Easter eggs. I hang them from the tree for Sky for Easter, and I put like little surprises in them for her.
Oh, shush.
God knows Tina's heart.
Oh,
He does know her
That's right,
heart.
Kim.
But, let me put that but in there.
I
Remember
know,
what
we
we
hear it every day.
And he loves me
I know, I hear
anyway.
it every
He
day.
loves me for my
do you
faults. He
remember
loves me for
I hear it every
everything.
day.
Love
Oh,
you too,
oh,
sis.
oh,
do
oh,
you
oh.
remember what we
Every
read
move you
today in
make.
Proverbs?
Wait, what can I say?
Or, well,
I'm old. What can I say?
well,
Tracy, be nice.
Ugh.
What?
you missed it last night, Tina. Or you
Tina did
couldn't, or
What
not
did
y'all
you
do
couldn't.
miss?
as the heathens do.
I
I
don't
told him I
think.
was going to put tape over his mouth last night.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's not
so
good,
Oh,
Tracy.
Tracy. Okay, there goes your name.
I haven't
You
been
told
Kim,
on
threatened
your
with
own
duct
self,
tape in a
Kim,
while now.
do not
Tracy.
encourage the lying.
They used
Hey,
to threaten me with tape and zip ties and everything else back in the day. I don't. and ceiling fans and all kinds of things like that.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. See, Cindy's a good person. I mean, Tina is too, but she tries to do sneaky things. She tries to be
Hey,
sneaky.
hey, Kim, I'll send you a picture later.
A picture of what?
I'm not gonna say.
I'm
Mm.
gonna do my major pain thing.
Oh, Sandy, what about Alexis? How's she doing? You think you're so innocent.
He respectfully
Alexa.
declines to participate in such debauchery with Tina.
We all innocent there, Tina.
I know we are. We get called out for our innocence.
Y'all
They
just
need to
wait
get called
until
out for their innocence.
just
At
wait
least
until
we're
game
honest
night.
about
I'm
ours.
going to make you all feel so guilty.
I like getting y'all all riled up.
Wait till game night. Just wait.
Oh yeah, yeah, Ricky, you need to come in for game night. It gets.
Well, don't forget the poll, teacup. You guys had me down there pretty good. Oh, let's not go there.
Rick used to swing on the ceiling fan. Could you tell
Don't
us more,
go there.
Teacup?
Don't go there. I promised
Oh,
all. I
Teacup, you
promised.
got a picture?
I promised
I'll send
all.
you
I,
my email address.
I
That would
promised
be
all
good
them G
blackmail.
Force people that I was going to send them a brand new Elon Musk supersonic broom in assorted colors.
And Tina needs one of those.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
This
yeah,
is
see.
a,
that's true, Kim. A video would be better. Teacup, hit us up. We got you, girl.
funny thing. Old Pinky took the dadgum pole across the desert back to Teacup. So I
If
don't
you
know
don't
whatever
stop, I'm
happened.
gonna put tape over your mouth. I said,
I think Cindy Chase had something to do with that. I'm
and
not
it's gonna
sure. I
be
can't remember.
gorilla tape.
Tracy, be
Mm.
nice.
Oh, we got to
Okay,
behave
Patty
now.
bite daddy.
No more after
Tracy,
dark. No more after dark flashback.
Oh my goodness, this is great. I love
Ricky,
it.
are you talking about the G's after dark?
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh, those got crazy.
oh,
Oh,
Teacup, can't you make a video?
I used to give G
Put
hell about
pictures together
manatees.
and make us one.
Yeah, I used to give old Mister G hell about that manatee.
Oh yes, oh
I
yes,
watched
the
that. I
mannequin.
remember that.
Yeah, I said, "Gee, you sure that it was a mannequin? You're in California, you never know."
I think my favorite time during all of that was when they were at Bunker Hill and they would do karaoke. I always loved listening to karaoke. Most of them couldn't sing, but it was great and funny watching.
Yeah, that was fun.
I always liked that.
Oh my goodness,
We need to come up with on Gator Girls night.
Darlene was
We
there.
need
Oh,
to have a
Darlene.
karaoke on her night where well no we'll get struck by YouTube. Never
Yeah, we
mind.
would, but we could figure something out.
Yeah, that was in the other dimension.
We can figure something out. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to trust you guys to tell the truth on bingo.
I th-
Oh.
Just go ahead and put me down as winner on every one of them.
Tina.
Cause
Yeah,
Well,
I
darling,
won
you probably
already.
thought I was an awful person.
Well, you do have 5 cards. You're allowed to use 5 cards at a time if you choose to.
I told you I was gonna go get me some M&Ms and use.
I was at Walmart. I think that was yesterday. I think
M&M's,
I was going
memories and
to
mistakes.
pick up bags of buttons and send everybody buttons.
That can be
Cindy,
arranged,
they haven't
Cindy.
been alive in a long time.
That can be arranged. I still have connections.
Invite
Oh
G's
no.
for an after dark. Hmm.
I don't know. I don't think Gator. I don't know if Gator would like that or not.
I used to go to their after darks. I was very quiet. I didn't really say I really didn't talk a whole lot in the rooms. I
Oh,
just
come on,
watched.
Tracy.
I didn't talk very much at all.
The funniest one I think was when Mike was in there with them and Mark we got on the phone with Marcus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Me and Mike are still buds, man.
That was funny. I watched that. That was
And the
funny.
Pringles can.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes it would be just me and Mike, the only guys in there. The rest of you old gals were just going nuts. We were having to defend ourselves all the time.
Those were fun times.
I like being
Yes.
surrounded.
Ricky. Yeah, I haven't watched the G's in a while. I think the last one I watched, Trucker G, was pretty sick.
Did you see that, Darlene, today? They posted something on the G's. It was on Facebook, I believe. It was from the old days when they first started out the TPC thing. They were almost to Amarillo. I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, Ricky, I have finally got to meet them before they quit the truck driving.
I met them in Big Springs, Texas.
I met them over in Pleasanton, which is about 20 miles from me.
Gave G a medal of Shield of God necklace to put on his mirror.
Oh,
Said, "You're
cool.
gonna need it. Take it. You're gonna need it." He didn't want to take it. I said, "Take it. You're gonna need it." And sure enough, he ended up being the lead guy there.
I like Sazerac too.
I like
No, in Texas, Party Bonza.
Oh, okay.
I liked
Oh
all of
yeah,
them.
I love Saznak.
Yeah.
I
Oh
do
yeah,
too.
Saznak, yes. And him and Joe on their trips.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
a
everybody
it
called
trip.
everybody
was
called him taco salad.
it was fun. It was fun hanging out with Joe and all them guys.
And then I also like this is
Holding
my
them on.
if there was a male that had my personality and my actions, it would be is X-Ray. I liked X-Ray. He seemed
Yeah.
X-ray
like
was
if we met, he would get me. He would understand me.
I got to meet Saznek too, man. Saznek's a cool dude. He's down home country boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
bet.
wanted to go to Austin when they had that big rally in Austin at the Capitol, and they were all there,
That's where I met Saznek, Tracy.
and I
I
didn't
was,
get to go.
I was there. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I was taking pictures of people for you know everybody's wanting pictures, and I was over there taking pictures for Saznek and whoever. And I'd say, "Smile, say Saznek."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
wanted to
was
go get him,
Cindy.
and I wanted to go meet him and get one of his stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was being a wise
And he
guy.
also didn't he stop at certain places and hide stickers there for a little bit? It would
Huh?
go to certain spots and had stickers for people to find.
Well, I know we got lost in Austin, man. That convoy turned out to be something else, man. I knew I was in the wrong place when Saznak passed me. They had so many one-way streets. It was so confusing.
I hate going to Austin.
Well, I got stopped, and there's about 500 cops that walked across the road. They had some kind of convention going on the same time that Texas convoy was going on, and man, it got a little bit crazy.
Oh,
Took me forever to find the Capitol again to where everybody was parked.
Oh yeah, no, it. I don't like Austin.
Man,
Me
that's
neither.
Austin's changed a lot, Tracy, since the old days back in Sixth Street and all that. You, have you ever been to the Armadillo headquarters in Austin, Tracy, back in the 70s?
No.
No, that was a huge club, country and western. They always had people like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Commander Cody, Lost Planet Apes, New Riders of the Purple Sage. All of them used to play there.
Back in the 70s, I was just in junior high, elementary, and junior high.
in the 70s?
Well, I
Yeah.
wasn't much older, and if they would have carded people, I probably would have got kicked out.
Yeah, back in those days, they didn't do too much
Went
carding, did
around
they?
in.
You could get away with a lot back in the
Well, my
70s.
dad makes me sound like I've been
It
criminal.
was definitely a cowboy hippie party. That's about all I can say. Well, what they called us was cosmic cowboys back then. You ever heard that term, Tracy?
Yep.
Cosmic cowboys, outlaws, whatever.
Yep.
That was us.
Oh, goodness. So they just had an hour ago. JLR says they did ICE did a massive raid. 118 migrants arrested in Houston, Texas, an hour
Yeah,
ago.
that was last night. That was yesterday,
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
been a while.
it says an
That's
hour
hey,
ago.
It amazes me that you see all this stuff on the border, and, and it's not new. It's been going on for 3 or 4 years now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's nothing new.
Nope.
Yeah,
There's
but it was
still
being hid from us. Nobody would
there's
talk about it.
The only
there's
time,
still.
only reason I knew because I followed Anthony Aguero
I
on the
followed
border, and then
Perez.
Perez.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it was Perez.
Perez. I followed Anthony, and then I followed everybody. Sherry and all of them that went down there to the border. I followed Oreo and Taco Joe.
Was the first one that started bringing it all to. Uh, he was the first streamer that brought everything to light. I always have a trouble trying to remember his name, but
Anthony
I followed.
Aguero.
No, it wasn't
Wasn't
Anthony.
Anthony? Anthony was the first one I ever
It's the
saw.
one that heck, he even ran for congressman. Frank
Oh,
Lopez. Frank
yes,
Lopez.
Lopez.
Thank you,
Yes,
Teacup.
yes, Frank
I
Lopez.
I
That's right.
followed
I
Frank
remember him.
Lopez from
Yes.
from the start.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
He ran for congressman and everything.
Yes, he did. I remember that. Yeah,
He,
so
he,
it's just at least now they're arresting him and hopefully taking him back home.
I appreciate that, Teacup.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Teacup could tell you something funny about that, but I ain't gonna go there about Joe and Oriole down there on the border.
Yeah, they were, darling. I just didn't like when Joe would go into Mexico. That scared me.
Yeah, I worried
Yeah,
about them both being in Mexico.
yeah,
Yeah, but
and
Joe's got dual citizenship.
Does
Yeah,
he?
but that don't matter with the cartel.
Yeah, the cartel don't
what
care.
what used to
Well,
scare me
yeah.
about Joe was he would go to the same place every time in El Paso. I'm going like, dude,
Yeah, I mean they're going to get used to him being there, and they're going to expect it, and they're going to.
that's not a good idea, man.
I agree. I agree. I think it took a lot of guts for anybody to go down there,
It
especially
did.
right now with everything that's going on.
I used to have to go down there every night when I drove test vehicles. I'd be like right on the border, and I've
Oh
seen all
wow.
kinds of stuff.
And then y'all remember when the cartel, when Joe and I believe Oreo was with them then, stopped at the restaurant and they was like circling them
Mm-hmm.
in the parking lot.
Yep.
I was like, oh Lord, it's gonna get bad.
I remember
I
when
started praying.
Oreo and Joe and Ben Burquam, Anthony Aguero and Will Johnson were all down at the border at the same time, and they were going all over, and you could they were being shot at by the cartel. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a nervous wreck. You guys need to go, just get out of there. But they didn't. They just kept going. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, Rick. Okay, teacup. I'll be quiet. Yeah, it was scary.
They have more guts than I do. I would never do that.
Yeah, I'm just glad that uh, a lot of it's coming to light now that was
Yes.
never people never knew about
Nope.
what really was happening. Used to frustrate the heck out of me. I wanted to tell everybody what was going on, and nobody'd ever listen back then in them days.
Nope.
We was the crazy people. We was conspiracy theory people.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid and my dad was in the Navy. We lived
Oscar
in San
Blue, yes, I
Diego,
did.
and we used to go across the border into Mexico to what they called swap meets. That was I was little. I was maybe 3 or 4 years old. I remember going into Mexico on the
We
weekend.
used to always go down to Cunha, down in Del Rio.
Yeah.
Everybody used to go to Cunha.
I didn't lose nothing down there. I'm not going.
We
Scared me
just
to
went to
death when
swap
Jay
meets.
Jones was walking across that bridge all by himself.
Jay
I said,
Jones was?
boy, get your butt back over here. Don't
No
go
doubt.
over there. On that Texas convoy.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When Jay walked across that bridge?
I didn't see him do that. I didn't know that.
I said, man, get your butt back over here, man. What are you doing
Wow.
down there in Del Rio?
Wow. He was filming it for Sherry.
I know he was, and making me nervous as a
I like
cat
Oscar
on a hot
Blue.
tin
Yes.
roof. I guarantee you that.
I watch Oscar Blue too. I like him.
Man, I was up here in PA when I first started following Frank.
Lopez.
Frank Lopez, and I was trying to tell everybody up here what was going on, and nobody would pay any attention to me.
They
It
do
was
now, though,
frus-
don't they?
it was frustrating. It really
Oh, I
was.
bet. It was frustrating even for me to tell people around here because they just didn't know. They're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm
I
like,
said, "Buckle up, people! You fixing to be a butter town, and you don't even know it."
"Right."
Buckle up, Buttercup. You're ready to get bumpy. And Lord, was it bumpy, and is bumpy.
I'm glad it's all coming to light now.
Me too.
It took a while, huh, Tracy?
Yeah.
Just remember, never let it get back to the way it was. We have to keep fighting. We
It's
have to
got to.
stay vigilant.
I don't think they'll ever secure that border. To tell you the truth, I don't think it.
Well, I know I saw them at the border. Oh, it's been a little while, and they had saws that were just cutting the fence so they could just get right through.
Yeah,
I was like, "What?"
The last report I heard on the border was, I believe it was either Saturday or Sunday. They had only 200 had gotten through from 215 5,000 down to 200 now that snuck through.
Wow.
I just remember Will Johnson, and there was a bunch of us down there trying to bring light to it,
What?
and
I like Will Johnson.
yeah, Will Johnson's my buddy.
Yeah, I like him.
I like Terrence.
Who?
Terrence Williams.
Oh, Terrence, yeah. Mr. Pancake Man.
He's cool.
He's
He
funny.
he is
He makes me
hilarious.
laugh.
He does. He makes me laugh every time. Every time I read something he's
He
doing, I laugh.
he said the other day he does them little clips and he was saying, "Oh Lord, I don't want to be a criminal now." Said Don Bongino,
Oh Lord,
uh,
no! Oh
Kelly
Lord, no!
Cash, and Pam
I
Bondi.
ain't breaking
I
no
ain't doing
laws.
it. I'm
Heck
not
no!
breaking no law.
I'm
I'm
not
I'm
even gonna
walking
throw a
the
piece of
line.
paper out of my window.
He's
He said, or
funny.
pour any liquid out my glass. He says, I'm walking straight and narrow. He says, no way. He says,
Terrence,
y'all
Terrence,
criminals can have it if y'all want it. Not me.
He's funny.
Terrence is so funny.
Oh, hell no. I'm not
Oh hell
committing
no!
none.
I ain't breaking no laws. Oh hell no! They got Cash Patel, they got Bondi, they got no, Lord no! I am not throwing a piece. I'm not gonna throw a bubble gum wrapper out of my window or nothing.
No.
I was laughing so hard, I about busted a gut. I was like, oh, hell.
Terrence is funny.
That he is. He is hilarious.
Mm-mm. Imagine
He,
that.
he really flipped that when Dan Bongino got it. Because he really hasn't said much. I mean, he said some, but when he got announced, he went all the pieces. He said, "Oh hell no, no! How would
You
y'all like to
criminal.
be
If you
sitting
a
across the
criminal,
table
you
with Dan
better hide.
Bongino sitting there looking at you and questioning you?" He said, "Y'all criminals can have it. I'm not sitting across the table from him."
He's one funny brother. I guarantee you that.
Well, y'all, I think I'm going to get off of here. It's after 11, and I think I'm going to go get in bed and watch some TV.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
don't know.
how you feeling?
My side's still killing me, so I have to keep moving. I sit one way for a while, and then I just have to. I just hope I can sleep. I'm gonna take some Tylenol.
All right.
But
Growing old ain't for the weak. I tell you that.
oh, no, it's not.
Lord have
Hopefully
mercy.
tomorrow I can find out what the deal is with this and what's going on.
I hope so.
We'll be praying for you.
Yes, I will
Yeah.
still do the 12
Definitely.
o'clock because I probably won't even. I'll try to get in early if I can't. I'm still doing the 12 o'clock, and then I'll go to the doctor afterwards.
Praying for
If I
you.
have to, I go to the ER. It don't matter to me. But I can't deal with this. Something's going on, and I need to know what it is.
All right.
So,
All right,
but
we'll be
anyway,
praying for you.
all right. I love you all. Thank you for the prayers. Stay
Good
safe,
night,
South
Gator.
Ranger.
All right.
Salute.
Always remember the J6ers, and please always, always be kind. God bless y'all. See you later.
See you later.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Have a good
Gator.
night, Gator.
Good night.
God bless you.
God bless everybody. All right. How do I get a
Hardy
pink?
Bonza, how are you feeling?
Hey, good news. My ear popped like a half hour ago. It popped slightly, which is progress. Makes me feel a lot
Woo-hoo.
better. Yeah.
That's cool, Party Bonds.
He's been dealing with this for a long time. It's
Yeah,
about
my
time
ear.
for it to.
Yeah, my ear hadn't popped for a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for mentioning that.
Well, friends, everybody be cool out there. Take care. Pray for your neighbors. We all need it. Stay safe. Smile. And I'm going to say peace out.
All right, man. Have a good
You be
evening.
Night,
safe,
Ricky.
and we got you. You
I
always
gotta
got
do.
friends here. We
I
got
gotta
you.
do it. I gotta do my thing here. Hang on. Sometimes it doesn't cooperate, but
Everybody, close your eyes. We don't know what he's got to do. Turn your head. Look the other way.
Yeah, this one.
there you go. I'm just gonna cut it short.
Good night, Ricky. Be safe.
God be with you. Like I always say, shields tight, swords high. Always be on guard. No poles involved. Good night, guys. Love you.
Good night.
All right.
Night, Ricky.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Mm. Well, I think I'm going to call it. It's about time to pray with Sky, and we'll remember Gator Girl and Party Bonza and Kim and Sherry and everybody in our prayers. But everyone be safe, and we love you. And I will see y'all tomorrow, same time, same station. Good
Night,
Good
everybody.
night, Tina. Good night, Party
night,
Bonza.
everybody.
Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.